to do, right? Making cheese and then baking. Oh my goodness. All I can say is tonight, both of them, someone that I absolutely respect.
So now you understand why I'm so excited, right? So food and business, two of my favorites. And tonight we will be grilling them. Okay, grill the food. Grill. Also grilling them for insight about how they turn their hobby, passions into side gigs, then businesses, and how they make it successful. That's the most important, right?
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. And we hope that their insights and their sharing will be an inspiration for as many of you as possible in creating your very own side gig or possibly your very own business. Right? So let's get grilling, Sue. Let's get grilling.
Yeah, yes. I just saw Sheldon say, sourdough. Yeah,
Oh, absolutely, Sheldon.
So probably, so if we are considering starting a business, right, and have no idea on what to do, so you might get some inspirations from both Dexter and Elaine. So by asking them more questions, they are prepped and ready to be grilled tonight.
Boy, excited. Grilling human. That's another new skill. anyway, let's bring them out, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Welcome.
let's welcome Dexter and Elaine. Woo, hello.
Really, like on this moment, right, it makes me feel like it's time to get tired.
wait. Which is true, huh? They all two both are in food industry but still so skinny one. So fit
Yes.
one.
Yeah. You know, they sold the food to us. So they get the image.
Wow, Elaine, you got supporter on the board already. Yunfen, hi Yunfen. She said she loves your sourdough. Anyway, how are both of you today? Good.
I'm good. Yunfen is my cousin actually. She's the one that supported my selling of my crackers.
Oh, very nice, Yunfen. Hi. Right. Hi, Siu Mui, and hi, Jet. Oh, sourdough. Yes. Right.
Yes, sourdough.
Let's quickly start grilling them.
Yeah, yes. Just start with our first question, right?
Yes.
So I would say, Elaine, what got you into sourdough baking?
First of all, actually, I love bread. I can go with bread every day, every meal, but not rice. Okay. Yeah, you can call that I'm quite low lah. Okay. I can live without rice on. I can actually, but I love bread. Every day. I mean, I feel like if I don't eat bread, I feel like something is missing. So but sourdough bread, it was inspired to start from a friend during MCO 1.0 that she suddenly one day she just told me, share in the group and said that she is doing a sourdough starter. And I was thinking, okay, I don't think I want to get into it because it's like, building a starter, it takes so many days. And I do not know whether it will be successful or not and so on. And I watched the video, I also peng san already. So but however that each time when she baked something and when she could progress on something and then she shared in a group about how her progress and then and so on and eventually it's like because the sourdough bread is actually a bit sour. So so I tasted her sourdough bread and it's really good. It's not that hard and slowly it's like she just one day she passed to me and said okay lah, here I share some of the sourdough starter with you and then you don't have to build lah, takes so long to build, so I share some with you. So it's like suddenly I have a new baby to take care.
Wow. And just like that you turn it into a business. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
simply amazing.
It's starting from there and then thinking at first I just feed it only and then feeding also is like a maintenance, it's like you need like really feeding a baby lah. We call it starter really our baby.
Understand. Thank you, Elaine. Right, Dexter, what about you? What got you into cheese? Of all things, Malaysia and cheese, not exactly the immediate marriage. marriage.
Right. Because actually I started making cheese in 2019 when I found out that actually it can be made at home, and that cheese has a history that dates back 7,200 years. So it's always been done naturally. So I was like, can try lor. Then the first cheese that I attempted was actually, it's called labneh. It's a Middle Eastern cheese. It's basically super strained yogurt and mixing with some salt and some herbs.
Oh.
So nice, and confident now, then started exploring more recipes but it's not easy because the temperature humidity in Malaysia is very different compared to those orang putih countries where it's more suitable. There's a lot of cooking and a lot of learning was.
Understand, right? Okay, so let's talk a little bit, because today it's a lot about, you know, how did you turn it into a business, right? And how did you essentially kickstart and then build it, right? So let's begin with a simple question on when you first started, how do you know it would sell?
When I started making in around November, December 2019, but never for selling. It's for own consumption. Just that during MCO 1.0, my milk supplier has 60 liters production per day, of which he can only sell 30. So I told him I'll do something about it, and basically that's how we got started as a business. And at the same time, close friends suggested to sell off, and I got a very nice lady who said, if I start, then she'll be one of my first customers to buy. That time I was like, sure. Still was thinking, but thanks to support. At the same time also, my fridge ran out of space called my wine chiller, because I wanted to explore 40 different types of cheese in 1 year, but if I don't sell the cheese, then there's no space. When I thought in the end, accidentally made like 88, today is 88 different types of cheese, excluding the permutations. Because 80 is like those classical cheeses. It's a real cheese wheel.
Oh, are you going to say it over to me?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Just put it over the screen. So what about you, Elaine? How do you know that it would sell, right? Especially sourdough is not something like that is new in the market, right?
Okay. I think that everyone, when heard about sourdough, they more I think they more familiar with the artisan sourdough bread, which you can see almost everywhere, that when there is people like in bakery and so on, almost like those artisan shops. However, that I tried with that. I failed miserably. Okay, I've tried 4 times and it failed miserably. I had to give it to my friend to feed the birds. and it's not better not wasted, right? Myself feed someone that can eat, right? So and it's so hard, right? Bang to the wall, so okay, so I'm very miserable. So however, is that I actually joined the Malaysia sourdough support group in Malaysia, in Facebook. So there is like thousands of members inside there. So not like every day, but on and off, then I will see some members post some recipe and so on. And that is how that I came across with some sourdough crackers. And then my friend also had tried sourdough crackers from one of my church friends who was making it. So I tried that. I said that, okay, since I failed miserably on artisan sourdough bread, I said I'm surely there is some recipe that I can do, right, to conquer and do some achievements. So I used that sourdough and then I start to make sourdough crackers. And then it came out, and then my daughter said, hey, it's quite nice. It's like, okay. So I continue. So it seems like quite okay. So I didn't feel on that. So boleh makan lah. So and then it encouraged me to make to try more, to make more. And then one day that I went back to my hometown when the borders opened. So it was a three quarter of the year. So I went back and then I let my cousin to try. That is that is live now, which is Yunfen. And she tried it, and then she tried, and then after she told me that I think there is a market there, you know. I said, is it really? I still a bit doubt lah, because it's like thinking, is it really got market? I don't know. So until I think until my mom-in-law birthday, she's still in Kuching. My mom-in-law birthday, and then I sent her sourdough crackers all the way to Kuching. And yeah, I sent her, and then I sent the herb crackers, and she tried it, and then she let her friends to try it, and her friends said that, hey, it's very nice, it's like so on. And then she messaged me back, and then she said, you know what, Elaine, you can actually sell this. I'm thinking, oh, so second person telling me this, so I think okay lah, I think maybe got market lah, huh? So but I still continue to make lah. I continue to make crackers, and then my intention wasn't selling also. My intention was let people to try. So to let them to see that, hey, there is this sourdough starter that you are not just only to make bread, but sourdough crackers and other forms of sourdough baking. So it's a healthy snack, right? There is no preservative and so on, right. and it's good. So I said that instead of chewing on chips, might as well you take sourdough crackers lah. It's good for digestion.
Wait, hang on. Jonathan, yes, I know, right? Sourdough support group, never heard before. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Alice. Hi, Aloysius. Aloysius says send him some sample.
Oh, yeah. All these are my cousins and friends. Yeah.
Where you find your market also, right?
Yeah.
A lot of friends and cousins.
Yeah.
So is it fair for me to say that, you know, both of you, one of the way that it developed, that you know that it can sell, was because you were experimenting and then you tested in the market per se, right? Letting people test and people were giving you feedback. Is indirectly is saying that you get market feedback for confirmation. Is that fair to say?
Yes. Most important is that you know, like if you have an intention to make something and just the intention to sell, right? It is very hard sell, isn't it? So my intention was to share. I want to share because I love to bake. So might as well I make something, and then but I need more mouth to feed, right? Other than my home is only my husband and my 2 daughters, and then downstairs living my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. So it's only 5 of us. Then 6 of us. So I still need more people to taste.
Understand. Okay.
So I shared it with my friends, and then during Christmas I even have that to give out to my friends, you know, as a Christmas gift.
So hang on, Elaine. So if you're not sure you have some kind of product, right, or service, if you're not sure, just give it out first. Let people tell you whether they want to buy or don't want to buy. Both Dexter and Elaine tested out the same way. I may know who Dexter's first buyer is lah.
For me, it's a bit different because when I make, and if we cannot sell, I will have lots of cheese to eat because I am a crazy cheese lover lah. So it's like always not enough cheese, especially when I first started making hard cheeses. It has to age, some 1 month, 2 months and stuff. So the weight is horrendous. So I was thinking, okay lah, if the business doesn't jadi for whatever reason, because you don't even do any research whatsoever, it's just sell or support the milk supplier ma. So mana tahu is quite well received, and at the same time also, because most people who are used to the commercial cheeses, they only think that the hard cheese are supposed to look only yellow or white. But when I grow, I let it develop natural rind, so different color molds will appear, the edible ones. And Natalie my wife, she was very surprised when the first time we did a Paprika fair, all those foreigners or those who are used to artisanal cheeses, they look specifically for cheeses that has natural rind and all those weird looking stuff. So it's like meditation. So Natalie's meditation for me is like, a lot of people seem like me lah. They like cheese, ma.
Very interesting.
So I have a question. So, Dexter, is that mean that you really decide you want to sell your cheese is after the exhibitions that you run?
No, actually,
no?
Because when I make the cheeses, the hard cheeses and the fresh cheeses, I want to keep on supporting the supplier. So no space in the fridge myself to sell. That's when we started this marketing in Facebook, and for response, then sell and make. So it's not after the exhibition. We already started selling a few months before the first Paprika fair. So already know it's well received, but for the hard cheeses, for the color rinds, so-called the natural rinds, it's scary because that's not what people are so-called used to, like the so-called perception.
Yep. Jet, I absolutely agree with you, Jet. Natural cheeses, oh my God. No to plastic cheese, bread the same thing. A bit arrogant lah, like artisanal bread, home bake, like Elaine kind of baking, I okay. Those commercial one. Anyway, right? So here's the thing, right? As you go through this journey, entrepreneurship, people know that turning into business, going into this entrepreneurship journey is full of challenges. What are some of the challenges that you went through and how do you overcome them?
First started, it was during lockdown, so basically we cannot hire cleaners or whatever. So a lot of stuff we have to do on our own, from literally everything, and it takes a lot of time. And then with two little kids at home, my 4.5-year-old and 6.5-year-old, so very challenging to juggle everything. Because prior to that, always had a lot of time with the kids, because my background is in property investments for past 13 years, so rather free lah. But doing this is very hands-on and doing it at home, so not easy. There's a lot of stuff going on at the same time now.
Understand. How do you overcome them?
Just take one step at a time.
Very simple answer. Just do one step at a time. What about you, Elaine?
I only started really seriously selling after I joined a platform. It's called Blue Spoon, and that platform was started early December last year, and that is where that and then I was featured in that platform in January this year. So, and that was very near to Chinese New Year. So before I was featured, I already decided that I want to do the Chinese New Year cookies. And then I received many orders just through WhatsApp. Mostly are my friends who supported. And within 2 nights, I received really many orders, and really thankful that they so supported of me. And after that, because I was still working a full-time job. And then I decided, thinking that something telling me that I think I need to quit my job. So decided that I told my husband one day, it's early morning, I said that I think I'm going to quit my job and turn into full-time on just food business. And that he was telling it, if that is your call, then just go ahead. He has actually been telling me that I should just quit my job to go, but I was very doubtful and very scared, but then that one day I just go ahead, and then thinking, yes, I would want to go this, and then it happened that I featured, and then that even more busy, because after I featured, I received many orders on the sourdough bread, and then also the crackers and so on, because I run the promotions inside there. So that really ran me the orders, everything that took me about 1 month plus to complete. But because that sourdough bread, it normally it takes more than 18 to 20 hours to complete. So to bake, and to prepare and bake. So so people will understand that they are okay to wait. But it really long queue lah. The orders really long queue. So I have to tell them that if you don't mind, that really have to long queue, and say, because I'm juggling between the Chinese New Year cookies and also the sourdough bread promotions.
Interesting. Whichever way you both have been sharing, it goes back to really market validation and consumer, your customer, right? Who's willing to wait, who's willing to try out, right? Who's willing to go with you. That's very fascinating. By the way, just now that sound was the sound of game. It's time for game.
We are very excited every time for a game session. So what we should do before the game?
Tip. Let's look at our tips for today.
Hello, we are back. And Elaine, Dexter, ready to have some fun? Or ready to let Kitti to have some fun?
Okay, right? Now, today's game is called Punny Riddles. I have to make sure I give you a flat face. Punny riddles, right? Very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a riddle, right? Some riddles. All you need to do is just guess what the answer is. Give me the answer, right?
Oh,
and
no.
I can give you a hint. Do you want a hint?
Yes, yes, please.
It's mostly related to your products.
Oh no, I hate riddles.
So whoever who gets it correctly gets a point. Okay? So we'll see who wins. As you can play along just for fun, but primarily will be Dexter and Elaine, right?
I just eat. I think we should involve our wellbeings, right? So let them win some prize from here also.
Great idea. So, Wowies, as I give or read out the riddle, if you can answer it, you get 1 bottle of Dexter's My Sauce.
Oh, then I want to play.
Yum.
Maybe I should walk to my place to type in the answer later. You want the my stop?
I also want no. How No, I'm kidding. Okay, are you ready? Ready, Ready, We are gonna go Dexter first. Dexter, what is a mouse's favorite cheese?
Any type of cheese.
Remember the name Punny? That means it's with pun intended. Punny riddle. What is a mouse's favorite cheese? She's so cute. Oh my god.
I thought about the image ready. Cannot think.
Cannot think.
She
Elaine,
can't
got
stand.
any idea? Sue, got any idea?
No, I want to be the mouse only looking at the picture.
I will just think that it's cheese lah. What else?
Yes lah. Jonathan, holy cheese. Not quite. Okay, let me give you an idea. Then you will have an idea on what's the
Mozzarella.
Sheldon. Oh my gosh, Sheldon got it. Sheldon.
That's my husband.
Oh my god! Sheldon, all you need to do is DM us and we will make sure to get your details so that Dex can send you his My Sauce. Absolutely mozzarella. Okay. Now let's go, Elaine. Elaine, what did the sourdough man, why did the sourdough man break up with the baker?
Sourdough man break up with the baker. Any hint
What?
for this?
Is very related to your process. Why did the sourdough man break up with the baker? Break up with the baker. Tongue twister. Wowies, any ideas, Wowies?
One of the process. You know how I make bread or not? I have a bread maker. I just dump everything in only.
After dump everything in, what happened?
Stretch
blend up.
and fold.
And then?
Raise.
Close. Before the proofing, right? Okay. Because the sourdough don't feel needed anymore.
Oh.
Okay, round 1 got the idea. The next one you just
Okay, you're playing with the tongue pronunciation.
Jonathan just went ... Sorry. Yes, Brenda.
That's little sour.
Absolutely don't need me anymore. Okay, next one. Back to Dexter. What is the saddest cheese on earth? So cute, all this animation. There's a hint already in this animation. What's the saddest cheese on earth?
I know.
What?
I know. Can I say?
Say yes, then you
Blue cheese.
stop.
Blue cheese.
Absolutely.
It's running blue. It's running blue.
Yes, very blue. That's why so sad. Yay, Elaine score a point. Okay, next one. What do you call a loaf of grumpy bread? So cute.
Oh my God.
What do you call a loaf of grumpy bread? Yes, Madeline. Blue cheese. Yay, Madeline, DM us so that we can give you my sauce. Right? Right. Yes. What do you call a grumpy bread? A loaf of grumpy bread? Siu Mui, absolutely. Sourdough bread. Please give Siu Mui a hand. Siu Mui, DM us. Someone from behind, please remember all the names we call out because we need to make sure we get their details. Gita, very good. So close, right? Yunfen also. Yeah. Okay, next one. What kind of cheese makes the best music?
Hey.
Dexter is like, I got so many. Which one?
Dexter had to choose from 88 cheese.
You make him in doubt right now whether he's a cheese expert or not.
What kind of cheese makes the best music? Think about singer. There's a hint here already. With
Something
the
diamond.
With the diamond. Ready? Yeah? Ready, yeah? Beyonce.
You create all these things yourself or you search online?
The other one they say is the best in music is mozzarella. So you're very close.
Yeah, Mozart for the classic, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. For the record, I didn't create. I did a couple of hours of research. Okay. Next one. Okay. What did the sourdough sing to the starter?
Hey.
What did the sourdough sing to the starter?
How come I never hear music?
This one very classic one. Quite old. This song quite old. I think we all probably heard of it before. Dexter, I'm pretty sure you have heard of the song before.
Yeah, maybe I'm too young for the song.
Wowies, any idea? What did sourdough sing to the starter?
Mama.
Some people
Said mama.
Mama, very close.
Sheldon again,
oh
you raise me up.
Sheldon, I can only give you one sauce, but absolutely you are so right, Sheldon. You raise me up.
Oh my God.
Okay, ready? This one is, what did Shakespeare say as he was making a cheese platter? Come on. This one is an ancient saying. What is
breathe or not to breathe?
Exactly, Dexter got a point. Last one. What does the bread say to his girlfriend?
Hey.
What does the braid say to his girlfriend? The is so clear. Very clear. Brenda, instead of B, you change to B-R-I-E, breathe. Okay, what does the braid say to his girlfriend? Look at this image here, very clear.
Love bread.
So if let's say Elaine, what will you say to your husband? Dexter, what will you say to your wife if you're braid? Love me tender, love me true.
Love me.
Very close, very close. You don't need me anymore. Not that direction. Other direction.
I need you.
I need you. That's a good one. Yay! Give Elaine a hand. She scored another point. Oh my God, so many people. Very creative. Gita. Instead of love, right, you change it to love. I love you. It Fong even more. What? Wow, Ghana's this one. Toast me. Okay, we have a winner. The winner is Elaine. And all those who I call out your name just now that you're getting Dexter's My Sauce, remember to DM us, okay? Now, Elaine's prize. Siu, what's Elaine's prize?
Typically, it's a kiss for me lah. The problem is her husband is watching right now.
Sheldon, you don't see anything. Sheldon, you don't see anything. After that, you give Elaine a big fat kiss. Oh no! Hey, of all things, you cannot kiss her cheek. You go and kiss her lips. Wow!
You didn't mention where.
You see, even if I were to kiss Dexter, right, it's just here his cheek. Why would I go and kiss his mouth?
You know, this is the best time you kiss someone without a problem, without trouble.
Okay, that's all the time we have for games, right? Let's look at tips number 2 and then back to grilling these two. Yay!
Yeah, back.
Yes.
So
Right.
back to the questions, right? Just now I have a questions because they were saying that like they are doing it because of the love, supporting their supplier, try to do something about that, and let their friend to try, their family to try, right? So how do you know that this is the business for you after people try it, right? I mean, people may like something you make, but it may not be the business for you. So how do you know this is for you? Maybe Elaine?
Which is true. Instead of just a hobby, you know, make some side money and then that's it. Which is true. Yeah. How do you know?
Well, for me, as you guys know that I'm a wedding gown designer. So in the wedding industry and also the fashion industry. So I've been in that industry for like 20 years. And I know that for a few years back, my eyesight not very good. So it's haven't been very good. And I've been actually praying for alternative passion. So I'm just thinking, it's like, ask God, is like, what is my next passion? There must be something that I can do. So and I know that I'm good with hands. So that is where that I started during the MCO. Is that where because MCO you can't go anywhere, right? So you had to stay home. So very lucky of me that Big Yen is only 5 minutes walk away from my home, from my apartment. So I've been like just baking and cooking and anything. I just try out anything, and somehow it seems like I love baking. And then I just try out anything, and finally it's like, don't know why there's like suddenly that just like as I tried the sourdough, and it's just like keep on, it's like my friend at first was telling me that once you get started, right, you will not stop. And I think that it is true enough. So because of when you fail and then you want to try more to get success, right? So I was very determined. I said that, I'm sure that I can conquer this. And and doing sourdough bread, from my process of baking other bread is a totally different journey, totally different tools. Everything is different, and the long hours are also different. So but I'm very determined to keep on trying, and then it's rare that when I'm successful, when people like my products, my food, and that encouraged me to continue. So it's the encouragement.
Basically, what you're saying is that it is not that it's not about the business is right for you, it's you make the business right for you.
Yes, it's a trial and error, and that is where that when you have encouragement, and then when people are telling you that, hey, no, there is this market for this, you can do. So example like sourdough crackers, do you see outside selling it? Do you see like in bakery that selling it? You don't. So that is where that but when talk about artisan bread, yes, there's so many, people like, but sourdough sandwich loaf, have you seen? No, there's no people that actually really selling that. Maybe now there is, but before that, it's like you only see artisan sourdough bread. So that is where that I feel that I want to do something which is not many people are doing it. So you need to create a niche. Yeah, you need to create a niche. So when you have a niche, then when you have a supporter and when you have people who like the kind of food, then you concentrate on that instead of doing. You can still do what other people are doing, but maybe less focus on it.
Very interesting. Then that leads to the question, right? I'm going to ask Dexter instead. How do you know that it is a niche?
Honestly, I know the word niche, but don't know what's a niche until I accidentally jump into it.
I've experienced it.
Very interesting because first of all, there's not many artisan makers in Malaysia. In fact, even one palm also less than one palm. So when people want to buy from all over Malaysia, even there's inquiries from this guy who wants to export to Dubai lah, or want to buy, someone in UK wants to buy lah. So it's wow. Then only I know, okay, so that's what the niche really is.
Interesting. Wowies, by the way, if you have any question that you want to squeeze or grill out of these two amazing person, feel free to just type it in the chat. Thank you for being so active today. Sheldon, thank you for being so sporting, closing your eyes just now.
Yes. That's very important.
Yep. All right. Now, COVID obviously has impacted many businesses, right? And both of you seems to have started from or because of COVID, right? Maybe you want to share with us the insight, right? Because during COVID, a lot of insecurity, uncertainty. How do you manage to see that opportunities that to capitalize, especially during a time of what is perceived as very messy?
Actually, doing cheese during the lockdown and stuff, it keeps me sane, rather than just being so bored at home. It's like just facing the four walls. Because a little backstory before starting the cheese business is that in March last year, on the 16th of March, we actually went back home to my wife's hometown, and that was the same evening that our 10 p.m. announced the total lockdown on 18 March. So basically, the whole family was stuck in Ipoh in my mother-in-law's house. I was like, still boring. Anyway, I want to make food just to keep myself sane. So there's no render, there's no nothing. So I have to source all over the place. And I managed to make one hard cheese there, which is Kepili, and I named it as Kofili in commemoration of COVID. And it's not easy, of course, and there's a lot of challenges and uncertainties and stuff like that, but it's doing something. Because one of my so-called mentors, or what I learned, is that if you have something to do, someone to love, something to hope for, the journey is a lot easier to go through.
Understand. Thank you. right? Elaine, instead of you answering the same question, we have a question for our viewer, our wowies, right? So you want to read out the question from Jonathan?
Yeah, it's from Jonathan. He's asking, were there times that you felt tired and want to give up? So what kept you going?
Dexter so fast.
Like very eager, say, I want to answer this one.
I would second that.
For me, actually, I didn't feel like giving up at all.
Oh.
Because I already quit my job, right? I quit my job to go into full time. So I, of course, when at first I share with my friends, is like saying that, okay, I give myself 6 months. But thinking is that, remember I said, why 6 months? Is that then I asked myself, yeah, why 6 months? I quit my job already, huh? Then if it did 6 months later, then what am I going to do? Like, can't I go back to industry, right, to work? So then I'm thinking, I had to get it work. So for me is
pick up so that
for me is that I just get it work, and I just, and the good thing is that because that I'm in a community, so it's in a selling platform, so Blue Spoon, so we have members over there, so that's where that we support each other. And that is you know, like I was told, you know, everyone can be a seller, but what make you different? So so when people buy from you, it's not just only the product they want to buy from you. It is also maybe, you know, your the way how your service is, and also the relationships, how you build relationships. So these are very important, that because you always have competitor, right? So in my platform, there is like 4 or 5 sourdough bakers, but why people come to me? So there must be something different. Why? So it's only the buyer will know why. And of course, for me, is that I always ask for feedback. Feedback, don't just sell them and that's it and finish. Whether it takes 1 day or 2 days or whatever, I always ask for feedback. How's my good arrive when they receive it? So it's like
nice.
You know, you need even you're just selling bread, even the 10 ringgit bread or whatever price you're selling, you still need to concern. Customer service is very important. So it's like the feedback is very important. So I will ask them, and also when there is something, so I will know that whether there's a room improvement. So if there's something which is, I think that, they will think that, I think this something maybe short of this or short of that. So I'll know. And one thing is that I will customize my bread for them. Example, if they think that, I got diabetes, I don't think I want sugar. So I said, okay, I will remember that for her, I will not put any sugar when I bake for them. So I will do something like this. It's like, it's always to do something extra mile to give them.
Understand, right? Very nicely and aptly put by Jonathan. Failure is not an option. Basically, what you did is people golden nuggets here. I've heard a couple of things. The first thing they say, test out in the market, right? They've been saying that. And time again, these two have been repeating. Support, right? This one have support group, has network. She have support group. Sourdough support group is something new to me. Right? And a bunch of people who supports her, right? And then it's about making mistake is okay. So far they've been saying that, right? Making mistake is okay. All you need to do is just keep correcting, right? So Elaine, very nice. Dexter, since you nod your head until like that.
I think we need to repeat the question. No, we just asked what is the not for.
Yeah. So share with us. Yeah.
Many times, but it's about just taking a break, and then eating cheese, then you cook meal, because there are times when I do get burnt out, me and my wife also, but every time when I put cheese in the mouth, it's like, now I know why people like my cheese now. So it's like, okay, and never think about want to stop, but it's never an option now. So it's just, and then right now, we already have our own shop already, so going bigger and bigger, so cannot stop. Even stop also, there's a lot of cheese to eat. Anyway.
Congratulations on your new shop, by the way. Yeah. So it sounds like fundamentally both of you are driven by love of what you're doing, right? Your product, the process, sometimes could be like right? But you still go through because of the love for what you're doing. For the
it is very tired lah. It is very tired actually. It's especially like me, I always call it, I used to run marathon. So I called it is that baking marathon now. It's like when I had to bake like non-stop, then the day that when my husband don't see me in bed, that is where that he knows that I will end up talking to the bread whole night. so it's most important is the support that you get. I must say that I have 100% support from my husband. He fully support me, and then it's like he will not tell, and then even if I fail, I'm sure that I previously I've been failed also a few times, and even if I fail, he will not say things like oh, you see here, I told you what, all right? It's like, no, it's like you have done that, then you will be like this. And so there's no judging. And he just quietly, and then he just support me and said, never mind, just try again. It's like, fine, try something, and then continue to do it until you get something that is what you really feel like that you're doing. So I test is very, I feel even more guilty when I hear it, but then again, it's that but it's really a support that he given to me that keep me trying, that keep me going on. And also my mom-in-law also, because when I told her that when I quit my job, I said that no, I think I'm going into food business, and I think coming from a family with food business, so I know what's the difference, from my previous job and the food business. Not because it's COVID that essential that people need it, but it's because when I used to do wedding gown design, I had to take like credit terms, 6 months or a few months. People then only make a down payment and then credit terms and so on. But food business is cash. It's a cash business.
Ooh, finally we hear the key.
It's cash business. There is no credit terms. It's like, here I give you the items. It's like you booked already. The moments I do pre-order. So when I take pre-order, people pay me, and before I deliver, they pay me already. So it's like it's cash business.
Yeah. Cash at once some more. But I think, Elaine, your husband and the family is the one pull you through when you're in a doubt or when you feel giving up, right? Then how about Dexter? So what is the element that pull you through when you were saying, a part of taking the taste of your cheese? Please mention your wife.
No.
In the trouble, man.
Easy enough to be on this journey with me. Actually, since meeting her, 15 years ago, she's been with me all the way, from property investments, from doing Superman small business. I'll tell you more background. So there's a lot of stuff that we've done together, and she's always been my pillar of support. When I break down, she supports me, and vice versa. And of course, she's the first one who discouraged me from making cheese lah. So as you say, I mess up the whole kitchen now. But she's also my supporter. Initially, she doesn't eat cheese, but now she loves cheese.
So sweet. Hey, people, another tip from them: marry someone who will do whatever it takes to support you. By the way, Jasmine, hi Jasmine. Jasmine's question is to Dexter. How much capital do you need to run your shop, Dexter?
Capital to do the setup, actually it cost me like 100,000+ just to get the thing up and running, and there's also a lot of miscellaneous stuff involved lah. So didn't really keep a tab on it yet. But the interesting thing about this business is that it's cash lah. So you can see it just catching.
What you're saying is the shop is pretty much funded by the sales that you have made lah.
Yeah, actually the shop, it's more for my production. It's more like I need a production facility with a large cheese cave to keep my cheeses, cause at the home setting with 3 big chillers and 3 other fridges, also not enough space to put, so I need a really big space.
Hey, Siu, time to go see how a cheese cave looks like.
Yeah, time to taste all the cheese in the fish cage.
Okay. Thank you, Dexter. Okay, Brenda is asking if you can fine-tune one thing in your business, what would it be with no limits in mind?
Very good question.
It's an open question. Elaine or Dexter also can answer. But either one of you. Maybe Elaine answer lah, because after this there's another question to Dexter from Elaine's husband.
I will take that, return a favor to Sheldon.
Okay, Sue, you will ask Dexter the question.
Can you repeat the question again?
If you could fine-tune, or if you can fine-tune one thing in your business, what would it be? With no limits in mind.
With no limits, limits. I guess limit you will be more on the financial side. But if you say with no limits, I think that will be space, space, because I am doing everything one-man show, and then in a small kitchen. So limited tools, whatever that I have. And I think if it to fine-tune, it will be my space. Yeah.
Oh, there like Dexter, not enough space.
Yeah, but because for me, my volume is not as big. Definitely not even half of Dexter lah. It's like, so it's like it's still the volume need to be able to hold to get in you know, on the to get the financials and so on that coming in. So
People start going to their Facebook page, order, ask them for more options, make them, challenge them, create new bread, new cheese, right? That's how we support locals to grow.
Oh, I do have people who challenge me to make Korean, kimchi sourdough bread actually.
Oh.
And you know who it is? It's actually Jet. He was the first one that asked me to make because I make kimchi also. So he asked me, like, oh, why not kimchi artisan kimchi sourdough bread? And I made it actually. I made it for him to try.
How it tastes nice or not?
Amazing.
Well, he told me it's nice. I have not really tried, so I just make a small one and let him try.
Don't worry, whoever kimchi lover, later you can text Elaine to order for the kimchi sourdough bread.
Yeah, I do. I make a vegan kimchi and also customize kimchi to whatever ingredients that they do not want.
Now people are posting, Dexter, now you can consider making kimchi cheese. Wait. Let's go back to Sheldon's question to Dexter.
Sheldon was asking, Dexter, you use UHT milk for making the cheeses?
No, I use only raw and pasteurized milk from boutique farms that organically feed their cows. Because for milk, for cheese making, UHT is a definite no-no. It is ultra hydrated. It kills basically everything.
Okay, nice. You got another request, Dexter. I am interested in pesto cheese. Oh, yo. Open the gate now. Everybody start challenging.
Yeah, actually in the works. At the same time, also I was speaking to one of my clients today. She was saying there's a cantan pesto, so she already shared the recipe. So I'm looking at how to incorporate it. And
I want.
There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of localized stuff that I like to play with. Like one of my cheddars, I actually call it harta, which is with the stronger cousin of petai. It's called jering.
Yes.
Jering.
That.
It's very nice. Because I love jengkol. I love jering lah. It's called jengkol in Indonesia.
Yeah, I've tasted that. Yeah. Next one is okay. A couple more questions, okay, because we are about time to wrap up. Geeta asked, in recent time, has the fact that many people don't take dairy affect your business at all? I guess this is primarily Dexter, but I think some bread also uses milk, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go Dexter and then Elaine.
It doesn't affect much lah, because on one side, I do make vegan cheeses. So for those who are not into dairy, there's no problems. And so-called those who are not touching dairy, there's two types. One is if they're lactose intolerant, they can go for goat cheeses or go for cheese that's made using A2 milk. So that one is for lactose intolerant, and for the other one, which is like the vegans, so definitely they don't touch dairy, so vegan cheeses, lah.
Oh, interesting. But you know what? It's funny. If I'm not mistaken, my mom is lactose intolerant, but she can take cheese. She can take cheese. She loves cheese, which is a very weird thing. I don't know how the chemical work, not chemical lah, the chemistry and how the brewing work, but somehow it worked. Yeah. What about you, Elaine? What about dairy in your bread?
Come to dairy, actually, like artisan sourdough bread, actually, it doesn't contain milk or egg or anything. It's only salt, flour, water, and the starter. But I do make sourdough sourdough bun, and sourdough sandwich loaf. So I do have like people. I always mention to them, if I know that they are vegetarian, then I will tell them that, okay, just let me know that you don't need to take eggs in. I will not put in eggs. I will maybe put egg replacer or something. But I do have one type of a bun, which is a pumpkin bun, and also the Japanese sweet potato bun. So that one is actually no, not contain milk, so there's no dairy. It's just water. And then also that is a sourdough, actually. It's not contain milk, and then the egg, there's no egg also, so it's suitable for vegetarian. But let's say like for vegan, yeah, if it's for vegan, then they just have to let me know, then I will replace the butter into vegan butter. Yeah, so I can actually customize for them. So they just have to let me know what are the ingredients that they don't take, or either they're vegan or vegetarians, and so on.
Elaine sounds like your personal baker. All you need to do is just request.
Yes. Well, that is what I think. I mean, when come to things like this, I think that if you open a shop, I mean, you just have to sell whatever. People just have to buy whatever that is there, right? But because I mean, maybe because I came from as a wedding gown designer, is that I customize every single designs, and which is like none of my designs actually look the same. So it's the same as bread. So I'm so used to this kind of a service that I feel that it's like the extra mile. Of course, I do not have to ask them, whether you take this or take that. But I feel that sometimes it's like chit chatting to know a friend, about their diet. So it's good to know. So then you can, if they, example, if they don't really take so sweet, then you can reduce the sweetness also. So these are the things that to take note. For me,
Nice.
I don't mind to take the extra mile.
Nice, very, very nice. Yeah, it feels
Time's
like
up,
there's
right?
so much more to ask, but it's time's
Yeah.
up, right? Brenda is saying, I want links to Elaine.
will-
Hang on. We'll give you in a short while, Brenda. Hang on. Yes, you.
Not only the link, we're going to give you Elaine number also. Okay.
Yes.
Sheldon, okay. So okay, come back to to here. So before I let both of you go, right? So let's take a quick 30-second, right? So just each of you to share our wow wish a little bit more about your business, your product, and most importantly, how they can find you. Actually, it's here already. That one you can skip. Now they know how to find you.
Brenda
So
is
Elaine, you start first.
coming. Okay, yes.
Elaine, tell us more about your business.
For my business, sorry, your question again, sorry.
I mean, just tell us more a bit about your business, your product.
Basically, how can they find you?
Okay,
What other
for
products
me,
you have?
easiest to contact me is actually WhatsApp. I'm more active on WhatsApp. Of course, Facebook also can messenger me and so on. But because otherwise, then yeah, you can actually WhatsApp me and just tell them who they are, and then tell me what they need and so on, and then we'll just go from there. So as long as don't spam me lah. No spamming and no scamming.
I will ask Elaine any recommended flavor or not. If not, you got 100 customized requests tomorrow.
Well, for me, actually, I said that sourdough crackers, that is my best selling product of all the sourdough baking that I'm doing. So my sourdough crackers, actually, I have 3 flavors, which is herbs, cheese, and also chili. Okay, so herb is the best selling, and that is also the original flavor. So other than the sourdough crackers, that is where I also have the sourdough sandwich loaf, and also the various of the sourdough buns. And my latest just launched about a week plus ago. That is the Sarawak buttermilk bun, which you cannot find in Peninsula over here. You can only get it in Brunei and also the Borneo that side, because that's very popular is. So I at the moment, that is not sourdough, it's actually yeast. So I also do yeast bun also, not just only sourdough. Because like for my yeast bun, the best selling one is actually from time to time I got people order from me, that is the burger bun. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
30 seconds out.
yeah. So, so that is my range of products. And then the sourdough wool bread. I love to make buns. Basically, it's like buns and sandwich loaf. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Then
I'm gonna
next,
say something else.
I want to
Thinking about bun. Anyway,
I want to
before
warn
next
Dexter, don't tell all the 88 cheese.
By the way, before Dexter you go, right, hang on. Those of you who want their contact or their Facebook and their link is all in the chat. You can just click on it. Yes, Dexter, go ahead.
Okay, basically, all my cheeses are made using natural cultures, no preservatives, no additives, no coloring, no flavoring, etc. It's as good as it gets. Especially for our fresh cheeses, our pasta filata, our pure di latte, fresh mozzarella, burrata, it's all freshly made. It's as good as what you get in Italy. That's what our client say. And he said our pure di latte is as good as what his mom used to make in Italy. That's one of our
Nice.
Of the mom.
Okay, cool. Right, so just now we have given out a couple of my sauce to you. To some of you who answered the riddles, remember to DM us now for the tag, share, and win contest. Before we let them go, we're going to announce this along with them. Right, now, the first winner is...
You ain't get.
No. Jonathan!
Congratulations, Jonathan.
Woohoo! Now,
Remember
Jonathan, remember to DM us. The second winner. Now, what you'll be getting is the tag and share. You'll be getting both. You'll be getting the my sauce and you'll be getting Elaine's crackers. How amazing is that? I wish I could participate. My teammate actually accidentally picked my name to be the winner. Right? The next winner is, can I go up and see please? The next winner is Knit Fong!
DMS.
Knit Fong is an avocado seller.
Oh, nice.
He sells
Okay.
smoothie. Yeah.
Knit Fong, the next one will be
Wait.
Yvonne Long!
Congratulations.
That's your friend.
Oh, that's my friend. Hi, Yvonne.
You recognize your friend?
Oh my God, right? Do I look hanger? Because I look hang
Yes,
on my
you are frozen.
You are actually frozen. in the
Frozen.
screen.
Well, I might just be with me talking, okay? Yes, remember to please DM us so that we can get your info. See you, over to you since I'm frozen. Let me sort out here.
Thank you very much, Elaine, Dexter. So thank you and bye-bye. At the moment, also let us look at the practice of the day.
Oops, technical error.
Sorry, so we have a missing host tonight. So it's fine. Actually, tonight, I would say very interesting. We get some insight and we're really able to grill our guests to get a lot of insight from them. To me, I learned a lot, like you start with the love. Both of them start with the love. They make their food. Dexter make the cheese for his loved one, his wife, his children. And also Elaine just start the love with sharing with his relative, his mother-in-law, his husband, his children. Then after that, they move on to notice that this is actually their niche. their niche on the doing the business. This is something not much people doing in Malaysia. Artisan cheese in Malaysia by Malaysians, sourdough crackers. So it's something very unique. And then I like the most at the end of it, both of the pieces generate cash. Cash is king, so they're basically catching up every day, and some of them mostly is, I think, is considered prepaid. They collect the cash before deliver the product. So that's the beautiful part of it. I would say thank you. I would say thank you again both of them with the insight. And our next show, we move to a center. And our next show, what is happening on the next show? It will be something very important. We're going to talk about the wheel planning. So wheel planning is not something new, but it's getting more and more important during the COVID, during this pandemic. A lot of people start to look at the wheel, the requirement on the wheel, even when you are young or old. So just join us on the 3rd November, 8:30 p.m. again. Just join us. We have an industry expert, right, to join us and share with us how to do a proper wheel and why wheel is so important for us when you are young or you are old. Sorry for my son about that. So, and also finally, remember to hit the like button. Whether you are on the Facebook or the YouTube, you can find us on WOW Wisdom of Wealth on both of the channel. Right? Okay. So if you are on the Facebook, remember, like and follow our page. If you are on the YouTube, remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification so that you will know every time we have our something new for you. And thank you again. See you all on the 3rd November. On the 8:30, we'll talk about wheels. Remember, we always say this is never too early to or too late to start. The key is to begin your wealth journey now. Kitti, I see you again.
I thought I was still behind it. Oh my God. I'm so sorry for the technical error.
You just need 3 more seconds late, I will close the show already.
Okay, I'm just in time to say thank you and bye-bye to everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye, Sheldon. Bye, Brenda.
Bye, Silvoy. Thank you, Sheldon. And
Bye.
Jasmine, thank you. Aloysius, hopefully I read correct. Aloysius, thank you.
Yes.
Aloysius.
See you again.
See you again next show.
Bye.